Joining us now in the studio is Lord Glasman, who is a Labour member of the House of Lords and who has arrived straight from attending that event this morning, the first attendance in Parliament by the new King, Charles. Lord Glasman, can I call you Morris?
Just for a day.
Just give us a sense of what happened this morning. What was it like to be there?
Well, it was really genuinely sublime. So you had all the aspects of the body politic in Parliament. You had the Lords, you had the Commons, you had the bishops, you had the doormen, you had the cleaning staff. It was a really bringing together of Parliament. And what was beautiful, really moving for me, I mean, from our side, Gloria, you had the Speaker and the Lord Speaker, both of whom were very significant Labour politicians, Lord McCall and Mr Lindsay, and they offered their loyalty to the King, but the King in return offered his absolute commitment to defend democracy and liberty. So there was this covenant was reformed where our liberties and our democracy can grow stronger as we pledge our loyalty to the King. So the Lord Speaker made an address which was along those lines, and then the Speaker of the Commons made the address, and then the reciprocity of the King. I mean, this was within the framework of superb trumpet playing, you know, really good music. The yeomen, you know, the beefeaters were there as the... So this tradition and liberty, as you can imagine, it moved me a great deal.
Yeah, and he was quoting Shakespeare as well, promising to faithfully to follow the example of his mother. And one also reflects a certain Jeremy Corbyn, a staunch Republican, was there as well to actually share in this, a national event.
Well, we were all there. I mean, I happen to be from a bit of the Labour Party that is genuinely monarchist, so that was pretty easy. But all of us were there, and all of us sang "God Save the King." It was a moment, you know.
Was that difficult, actually, sort of with the new words?
No, because it's so obvious to the politicians that they are not the object of devotion of the country, that the country really loved the Queen. They loved her virtue, her kindness, her courtesy, her temperance. All of these are like classical medieval virtues of nobility. So there was a recognition that we do the work of government. That's nothing to do with them.
The Queen's or the King's servants.
But they are the embodiment of a national unity that is capable of expressing things that politicians can't do: love, sacrifice and devotion.
And in terms of the King's words,
yeah,
what in particular stood out to you, if you either a line or the overall message?
Well, there was the Shakespeare quote, but I would say that the two overwhelming things were his expression of loyalty to his mum, that he was going to continue being a temperate, civil focus of a national unity that will evolve. He kept on saying, and this will evolve. So the tradition and modernity were fully, but it was his faithfulness to her that really struck out. And the second thing that he was this really strong commitment to liberty and democracy. He really asserted it very strongly that was his side of the covenant, that they had expressed their loyalty to him, and he in turn. So this is an incredible point of our constitutional renewal.
Parliament, the living and breathing instrument of our democracy.
There we go.
I mean, did you actually get a sense that things, even though it may be for a short period, may change at this moment of national reflection, in that we've had, you know, very divided thoughts across the chamber on how to cope with the cost of living crisis and the energy bill and so on, but that maybe at this national time of coming together, there's going to be a pulling together, even politically.
I think that is the case, but it's going to be among the people. The people, you know, national standard of living, you know, energy bills. This is just the normal stuff of politics. The real division was over Brexit, you know. So when we speak about our sovereign lady...
our identity as a nation.
Yeah, so when we talk about our sovereign lady, Queen Elizabeth, sovereign is the word. So now our politics, what we can see is if there's an energy crisis, politics can act. It doesn't say, well, we can't do that.